Okay, last night the Bracknell Bees played the Invicta Dynamos at home. They won 5-1. It could have been a hell of a lot more if it wasn't for Morris in the Invicta net, keeping it respectable for a majority of the game. First period, Invicta barely had any shots on goal. They were under siege. They only conceded 2 goals from Dowdy and Mogg. They were the 2 goal scorers for Bracknell. Dowdy gets goals occasionally. He chips in. Mogg doesn't score much. So when Mogg scores, it's kind of a special occasion. Moggy. Yes, he got a goal as well. There was a lot of shots on the Invicta net. They were under siege. They were defending for most of the game. Let's be honest. This was a defensive display where they were short benched. They only could ice 12 skaters and 1 goaltender, so they only had 13 players on their bench, all told. A lot of injuries, players leaving. They have money issues. We know this. We've done videos on that. But they were brave and they were committed to the cause, even if they were probably going to get a hiding. 2-0 after the first was not good enough with the amount of possession. There was a lack of intensity at times from Bracknell. They knew they were going to win the game. Let's just be honest here. But the longer the game went on with no third goal, the more chance that Invicta could snatch something. Second period, no goals. Invicta still in the game. There's still hope. And frustrating that it was, they should and possibly could have done the game before the end of the second. Third period runs along and they concede a sloppy goal to Leone. Breakaway, overplaying, trying for the perfect goal. Just keep it simple. Simple things were working, and it was 2-1, and that quieted, silenced the crowd somewhat. And we're not ruthless enough in front of net. But Morris was putting in a goalie clinic. To be fair, he was basically keeping them in the game at this point. And then Malinik comes on with his first of the night. He's already had some assists earlier on. Painter chipping in with a bit more depth scoring, a bit of power forward scoring there. And Malinik gets his second not long after. Those 3 goals came very, very quickly in succession. And that made the scoreline look a little bit more what was expected. It could have been 10. The fact it was 5 was down to sloppy play and overplaying and trying for the perfect goal. Just quick, simple passing is what they needed. By this point in the third, Invicta are exhausted. They are out on their feet. They could just quick, simple passing, and they would have probably got more. Morris, however, did put in a shift, and how he wasn't named their man of the match, I will never know. Matt Ford, former Rattler player, was. But Morris, somehow pulled off a lot of good saves. His save percentage must have been over 90% last night, because he was on the siege for most of the game and was keeping them in it, and he kept the scoreline respectable for long enough that they could actually snatch that cheeky little goal that could have, given them some hope. So there is much to work on, but it's a good bounce back win. You could learn a lot from this. They could do. There's 3 away games in a row. They're playing the Raiders tonight, then they're playing Invicta again, then we play Swindon away, and then Swindon at home before Christmas. So it's not the worst run into Christmas. It's going to be fun. It is going to be fun. So there is fun to be had, but there's a lot to work on going forward. They need to improve in certain areas. They're overplaying too much and being overconfident and being sloppy. They need to work on their partnerships, their passing, their concentration. But overall, a good result in the end. I think there are things to work on. Invicta, they have had a tough year so far. I'm not going to lie. Their future post this season is uncertain. What league they're going to be playing in and what level they're going to be playing at. They're not the only team with this situation. We've got the MK Thunder as well. But overall, they gave a good credit for themselves. Considering the amount of issues they've had, the fact they're willing to turn up and play says a lot about the character of this team and the call that they've got. The players that were fit and available did put in a shift. But I do think that next season they're going to be playing in a league below. It's the only way I think that team can survive and thrive in the short to medium term until maybe down the line they have the finance to come back up. But there we go. All in all, 5-1 at Bracknell. Not a great win, let's just say that. Good result, but not a great win. But it does reverse the last 2 results that have gone against. And Christmas is going to be looking really good. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, place your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.